Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of FluentCast. I'm your host, Diego, and today we have a really useful topic to dive into, business vocabulary. Whether you're working in an office, dealing with clients, or just navigating the professional world, having a good grasp of business vocabulary is essential. We'll be covering some key terms and phrases that you'll find handy in any business setting. So, grab your notebooks and let's get started. All right, let's jump right in. The first term we're going to talk about is deadline. Now, a deadline is the latest time or date by which something should be completed. It's a very common term in any workplace. For example, you might hear someone say, "The deadline for the project is next Friday." Let's repeat that. The deadline for the project is next Friday. So a deadline is basically a time when something must be done. It helps us finish work on time. Another way to use it in a sentence could be, "We need to meet the deadline to ensure everything runs smoothly." Repeat after me. We need to meet the deadline to ensure everything runs smoothly. Next up, we have the word agenda. An agenda is a list of items to be discussed at a meeting. It helps keep everyone on track and ensures that all important topics are covered. For example, the agenda for today's meeting includes the budget report and the new marketing strategy. Repeat. The agenda for today's meeting includes the budget report and the new marketing strategy. An agenda is like a plan for a meeting. It tells us what we will talk about. Another example is, "Please send me the agenda before the meeting so I can prepare." Let's say it together. Please send me the agenda before the meeting so I can prepare. Moving on, we have quarter. In business, a quarter refers to a 3-month period on the financial calendar that acts as a basis for periodic financial reports and the paying of dividends. Companies often divide their fiscal year into quarters to report their performance. For example, "Our earnings have increased in the third quarter." Repeat. Our earnings have increased in the third quarter. A quarter is 3 months. Businesses use quarters to report how they are doing. Another example, "We will review our targets at the end of each quarter." Let's say that together. We will review our targets at the end of each quarter. Now, let's talk about the term stakeholder. A stakeholder is any person or group that has an interest or concern in an organization. This can include employees, customers, shareholders, suppliers, and more. For example, it's important to consider the needs of all stakeholders. Repeat. It's important to consider the needs of all stakeholders. A stakeholder is anyone who cares about what the company does. It could be workers, customers, or owners. Another essential term is budget. A budget is an estimate of income and expenditure for a set period of time. In simpler terms, a budget is a plan for how much money you will receive and how much money you will spend over a certain period, such as a month, quarter, or year. Managing a budget effectively is crucial for any business because it helps to ensure that the company does not spend more money than it earns. By keeping track of finances and planning ahead, businesses can allocate resources efficiently, avoid unnecessary expenses, and ensure that funds are available for important projects and unexpected costs. For example, a company might have a budget for marketing expenses, salaries, office supplies, and other operational costs. Sticking to this budget helps the company to maintain financial stability and achieve its financial goals. Additionally, a well-managed budget can provide insights into areas where the company can save money or invest more to improve its operations and profitability. A budget is a plan for how to spend money. It helps us not spend too much. Another example, the budget for the next year has been approved. Let's say it together. The budget for the next year has been approved. Now, let's move on to benchmark. A benchmark is a standard or point of reference against which things may be compared or assessed. In more advanced terms, a benchmark serves as a criterion or standard that can be used to measure and evaluate the performance, quality, or effectiveness of different entities or processes. For example, companies often use industry benchmarks to gauge their own performance and determine if they are on par with or exceeding the standards set by competitors or industry leaders. To make it simpler, a benchmark is like a yardstick or a model that helps you compare how well something is doing. For instance, if a company says, we need to benchmark our performance against industry standards, it means they want to compare their results, such as sales or productivity, to what is considered typical or excellent in their industry. This helps them see if they are doing well or if there are areas they need to improve. So let's repeat the example. We need to benchmark our performance against industry standards. This sentence means the company wants to see if they are doing as well as other companies in the same field. By doing this, they can identify strengths and weaknesses and make informed decisions to enhance their performance. Additionally, benchmarks can be used in various contexts beyond business, such as education, where student performance might be benchmarked against national or international standards, or in technology, where new software might be benchmarked to ensure it meets specific performance criteria. Another useful term is deliverable. A deliverable is a tangible or intangible item that is to be provided as a result of a project. For example, the final report is a key deliverable for this project. Repeat, the final report is a key deliverable for this project. A deliverable is something you need to give or deliver after finishing a project. It can be a report, a product, or anything else. Another example, we need to define the deliverables before starting the project. Let's say that together. We need to define the deliverables before starting the project. Now let's talk about synergy. Synergy refers to the combined power of a group of things when they are working together that is greater than the total power achieved by each working separately. For example, we are looking for ways to create synergy between the departments. Repeat. We are looking for ways to create synergy between the departments. Synergy means working together to make something better than working alone. It's like teamwork. Another example is the merger is expected to create significant synergies. Say it with me. The merger is expected to create significant synergies. And finally, let's cover the term ROI, which stands for return on investment. ROI is a measure used to evaluate the efficiency or profitability of an investment. For example, we need to calculate the ROI before launching the new product. Repeat, we need to calculate the ROI before launching the new product. ROI is how much money you get back from the money you spent. It shows if an investment is good or not. Another example, the marketing campaign had a high ROI. Let's say that together. The marketing campaign had a high ROI. All right, everyone, that wraps up our business vocabulary lesson for today. I hope you found these terms useful and that you'll start incorporating them into your professional conversations. Remember, practice makes perfect. So keep using these words and phrases in your daily interactions. If you enjoyed this episode and found it helpful, please share it with your friends and colleagues. Don't forget to subscribe to FluentCast on Spotify so you never miss an episode. And as always, feel free to reach out with any questions or topics you'd like us to cover in future episodes. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. Keep learning, stay curious, and I'll catch you in the next episode. Take care. Bye for now.
This episode was brought to you by Fluent English Academy, where learning English is fun and interactive. If you want to take your English skills to the next level, join us for personalized classes and lively conversation sessions with our expert teachers. Visit www.fluentenglishacademy.com.br and start your journey today. Don't just learn English, live it with Fluent English Academy.